going on, guys? My name is Morgan, and welcome back to another episode of the Owl House Season 2. I've been really excited for this episode, mostly because I want to meet this new character, the head of the Bard Coven. I think it was in the last video. You guys were telling me that they're non-binary, which is super cool. I love the fact that we're getting like more of the LGBTQ plus representation in these cartoons. It's fantastic. I think it's a great idea for kids to be exposed to this stuff. It lets them know like it's okay and like this is something, it's not just you, etc., etc. Like, I wish I had this stuff growing up, but I didn't, and that's why we needed therapy. But anyways, I think their name is Raine. It's like R-A-I-N-E or something, so I'm sure they'll say it in the show. But yeah, that's really all I know, is that they're non-binary and that their name is Raine. Also, I'm terrible at pronouns, so if I slip up, I'm sorry. I made an original character, Witch Sona, non-binary, and I kept calling them he. It was my own Witch Sona, so I'm sorry, I'm really bad at pronouns. I'm gonna try my best. If I slip up, please forgive me. I mean no disrespect towards this character whatsoever. I'm just very scatterbrained. I need to stop assuming genders of fictional characters. Oh god. Because at first I assumed they were male. I don't know why I thought that, but so yeah. If something other than they or them comes out of my mouth, I'm sorry. I don't mean it at all. I'm really gonna try my best, but depending on how much this episode screws my mind up, I might slip up. So I promise I'll try. All right, let's go. And also, yes, I did dye my hair Amity's hair color. I know people are gonna ask that if that's why that is the sole reason I dyed my hair this color. Oh, I hope this character doesn't betray Ina, because we already know they're working for the Emperor. I'm nervous.
Oh, you've changed, owl lady.
Oh, she's a mom.
And 8 and 9 and 10.
Damn.
What's the first
This
thing
is
you're
getting
gonna do
buff.
when you meet your dad?
And 10,000. Well,
Have you told Ida about your decision to leave?
Oh no!
not ready yet. I'm not sure how she'll react.
He's moving out too!
Everyone's leaving, huh? I guess I'm no substitute for the real thing.
Ooh, backstory.
Well,
Oh. What? Oh, you don't notice?
magic return?
Oh, man!
Oh, guess not.
Got our hopes up.
Stupid curse.
Oh, that's not good. It's really not good. Da, 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 da. Okay, I'm not gonna freak out now that Amity has the new hair. I'm expecting it. You guys also pointed out that she has an eclipse necklace now, which a lot of you think is something to do with the Eclipse Lake episode. It's not the next episode. It's the episode after that. It's in 2 weeks. But I'm super anxious about that episode, but also super excited. Luz is getting good at flying the staff.
Emperor's castle.
Oh boy.
In light of Rain whispers.
Raine,
the next
okay.
Head of the
In preparation for the day of
I love them. They're precious.
Unily. Oh no, this is going all wrong. Get me out of here!
Oh.
Just cut the feed.
Why are you suddenly so interested in flying? Did you give up on returning to the human realm? I mean, I suppose you can stay here a little
Oh,
longer.
Luz is gonna
no,
leave too.
I'm still going home. You're safe here.
Hootie!
I was able to get the mouse back safely, but he needs to.
He's probably
In
traumatized.
the meantime,
He's gonna enter the competition and get King on camera to send a message to his dad.
Oh!
if you want to win, there's no time for talk. You gotta go practice.
Poor Ina.
Now, you know? I was finally having people in the house, then whoosh.
We are helping this wild witch find her place in society.
Yeah, okay.
No coven wants a powerless witch.
Oh!
Powerless.
Oh! It's Raine! Oh, this is cool. I always wondered how, like, Bard was considered a magic.
Trying to mute the music of our hearts?
Oh, they're blushing.
Blasphemy! Blaspheme you!
You're a nat.
Oh.
Your magic. They restrict your knowledge.
Stop!
They say they do it in the name of unity, but what they really want is control.
Oh, Raine is, like, against the Emperor. Oh, boy. Oh, so if they can't hear the music, they don't have power.
Performance like that, make sure you have an exit strategy.
Thank you. How can we?
That's the girl with the fan fiction, isn't it?
But I am an agent of chaos. Sorry, we're remembers. Is that any way to treat an old friend? Raine whispered.
Ooh. I sense some tension.
Ada, you're embarrassing me in front of my crew.
Huh? Nice to see you
It
again.
is the girl from the
In our group?
fanfiction.
Seem like a good fit
Moratorium.
to me.
Actually, she's the one that inspired me to make the
Yes!
Huh?
Ida!
I have no idea what you're talking about. This is more fun. Whatever you say. See, you'd be a mess without me.
Oh.
And anyone who refused to fall in line disappeared. Well, what if you've got nothing to lose? We could use the help.
Oh. I love it. Please don't betray us, Raine.
I've always got Uncle Hootie's shoulder to lean on.
Lean on me!
I promise. Stay away from me! You're about Once every wild witch in a coven before the Day of Unity.
He's trying to steal as much magic as possible. We don't know why.
Dictatorship.
Right now, as long as I don't have to make any more speeches.
Oh.
God,
Oh, did they just do that? I thought it was like a montage of what would happen.
Rainstorm? Haven't heard that in a minute.
Oh no, the curse! Oh, she's in her Grudge uniform!
On the cup of ephemeral
Oh.
glory. Oh, victory is fleeting.
Victory is disgusting. Oh no.
Fine, I'm on my way.
Oh no, Luz is gonna be very upset. Oh god. I laugh when I'm nervous.
Something isn't right.
Oh, the abomination! Head guy, dude. Yeah, him.
Feels better.
Means we fell for their trap.
Oh, she's not gonna make it back for Luz. Oh no.
More like stank epidermis.
King, sit down before you fall, please.
We're gonna crash.
Oh, yes. This was from the preview. Oh, look, she's so good! My baby! What? What's that? Oh.
No.
Oh, not the Conformatorium again. Oh my god.
I'm not going there. What do you think you're...
What's the plan?
Oh, I don't like that at all. Ugh. Oh god, he was so cute, and now terrifying. Oh. Oh, Ida. I just want you to be happy. Oh wow.
It's working. Keep playing.
No!
We made
No, Raine, no!
But it'll stop the Emperor, right?
Ida!
Then we play on. It doesn't matter. They both have real families. Too.
Why you gotta make me cry every episode?
I don't know. Punching beers in the.
Raine!
They probably need you more.
Yeah, go back to Luz's race, please. Oh no. No! No, Raine! No!
Raine, don't go. You know I can't stand an audience.
Raine! No! Oh, thank God. I thought I.
Hello.
And your treachery, whatever.
Oh, Ida! How did they catch up?
And there you have
Oh!
it. Over Ookla!
What a photo, Luz.
For fifth place,
What?
actual winner.
How the hell did that happen?
I'll just throw my message into the garbage where it belongs.
No.
Hi, Dad. If you're out there watching this, I want to introduce myself. I like cheesy foods and conquering kingdoms, though I haven't conquered any of my own yet. But maybe you have. And
Oh!
maybe you
Oh,
can teach me to read.
sister!
I live with my favorite human and a cranky old witch. Hey, but legally changing my name to King Clawthorn.
Oh.
Surprise, Ida! Now we're
Oh, he wasn't
connected for
leaving.
life, and there's nothing you can do about
my heart.
Ida, are you okay?
Oh, thank God Raine got out. Oh no. Oh, not Kikimora! No, not Raine!
Hell, so get that ugly thing out of my face. And tell Alador he's a hack while you're at it.
Oh, rivalry.
No. It'd be too much of a hassle to find a replacement. The Emperor needs you alive.
Oh, no, Raine!
But until then, night-night.
No, no! Why do they gotta leave us in such cliffhangers? God damn it. I wasn't ready. Oh, God. I literally have chills. Like, I don't know if you can see my goosebumps. I literally have chills right now. Oh my God. That was so sweet and heartwarming, but also heartbreaking. Oh, poor Raine. They're such a good person. Raine. Now, oh God. If Raine got corrupted and, like, they have no control over, like, their actions and they have to face Ida, I'm gonna be emotionally destroyed. Oh my God. I literally brought tissues in my room for episode 5 because people told me I was gonna need them. Now, where did I put them? I don't know where I put them. This thing with cleaning my room. I never remember where I fucking put everything when something's clean. I'm used to the chaos. Oh my God. I can't get over it. Oh, they always hit us in the last 5 minutes, which, oh God, just the feels. I really thought King was gonna leave. Why am I such an emotional mess? Oh, that was such a good episode. Every episode is so much better than I expected to be. Oh, season 2 is destroying me. I've cried almost every episode. I feel like I'm watching the 4th season of 7 Deadly Sins all over again. I cried every episode during that season. I think it was that season. I'm gonna watch this episode again and then I'll be back because that was a lot to take in. 45 minutes later of taking notes and rewatching the episode. There's a reason I wasn't able to unpack all of that because I literally have 3 pages of notes for this review. So here we go. So we start off with Ida in her room. And she has like this checklist and she's checking it off. And she says, she looks at herself in the mirror and she like notices how much she's changed. And she said, "You've changed, owl lady. It's worth it." And then like we see the picture of her, King, and Luz. This is all speculation from my point of view, this stuff. But she thinks her life has changed for the better and she's happy with this change, even though it's not something she would probably see herself doing like a year ago. And then we're left thinking that King might leave, because it makes you think leave, but he was gonna say legally adopt or legally change my name, whatever. Why does Disney gotta do this to us? When Ida hears that, she thinks everyone's leaving her because Lilith had just left, and now she thinks King's gonna leave, and she knows Luz eventually has to go back home, and she says, "I'm no substitute for the real thing." Referring to like family or even as like a mother figure, which is really sad because I feel like she really enjoys that role, like being responsible and protective of people that need her, which destroys me. God, I cried again rewatching this episode. When I was taking notes, I was like, I also noticed when Ida plays the bard magic, her magic seems to work for a bit before the curse takes over. So does that mean she has a little bit of magic left? That's how I'm interpreting it. Because like even later on when she's playing with Raine, when they're playing together, it's magical for like a few seconds before Ida's curse takes over. So if it was just the curse itself, wouldn't that be like an automatic thing? I don't know. I was wondering this earlier because I didn't catch it the first time. The reason Raine got confirmed to be the next Coven head was because the old one retired. Because before I went back and rewatched it, I was like, what happened to the other one? Like, did they kill him or her or what happened or them? Yeah, so Raine is the new Bard Coven head. So we're back to the Owl House. Ida asks Luz if she's given back on going to the human realm. And she sounds hopeful. She kind of sounds hopeful. And she really wants Luz to stay. She said something like, I guess you could stay here for a little while longer if you want. Again, Ida having a problem with the thought of everyone leaving her. And we do get confirmation Luz is going back to the human realm. And that made me very upset. Like, I understand she has to go back for her mother, but everything Luz loves, aside from her mother, is in the Boiling Isles. If Luz doesn't end up in the Boiling Isles at the end, oh my god. I'm almost crying thinking about it. Why am I like this? Okay, so we find out the reason Luz is flying so much on the staff with King is because they're training for the Grand Prix, because the winner gets put on TV. King wants to get a message out to his dad, which we find out later is, well, one, him reaching out to his dad, telling him a little bit about himself, and I think trying to make a connection where, like, his father to come back and, like, meet him in person, but he also tell him that he's, like, legally changing his name and he wants to introduce Luz and Ida to him. It's in the video message, but I also think he would like to do it, like, in person. At the pub that Ida's in, and she says, finally getting used to having people in the house, and then whoosh, the rug's ripped out from under me. So we see again she's struggling with the thought of Luz and King leaving because she enjoys having them around, and she is going to be lonely when they leave because the house is going to be empty. All she's going to have is Hootie left. And then the Emperor's coven's goons come in and start arresting a wild witch. Apparently, they have picked up the pace on rounding up the wild witches, and we don't know what they do with them. Be petrified, they could be killed. I don't know, this show's dark. Anything is in the realm of possibilities. I believe the reason they said they're rounding them up is because the Day of Unity is getting closer. We find out later from Raine, they say that Bellos wants every wild witch in a coven by the time the Day of Unity gets here. I also didn't notice at first. I was like, what kind of animal is that for the masks? I'm stupid, okay? I didn't notice it at first that they were bats. And then I was like, oh, that's weird, whatever. And then rewatching it, the Bards Against the Throne, B-A-T-T, bat. So I was like, that's where it comes from. That's where it makes sense. I'm such an idiot, guys. Don't mind me. And then Raine, when they have their mask on, is saying, they take your magic, they restrict your knowledge, they say they do it in the name of unity, but what they really want is control. So Raine is just flat up exposing the Emperor's Coven, which I love. I'm like, yes, Raine, get it. Thank you. Raine, I feel like Raine and I would be good friends. We would cause some radical shit together. We would say, fuck the patriarchy, fuck the government, fuck everything. We're changing this bitch. We're making it free for all, motherfucker. So once Ida helps Raine and their crew escape, Ida thinks that Raine is pretending to be a rebel, which I can't say I blame her, because if the show's taught us one thing, it's that we can't trust anyone. Oh god. Just like 2 episodes ago, I trusted, what was her face? I don't even remember her freaking name. The construction witch. I don't remember her name. I know they said it. I just don't care enough, because quite frankly, she's a bitch, so I can't be bothered to look up her name. Yeah, like at first I liked her, because I thought she was a good person, and then like Ida said, rug ripped out from under me, because no, she's not a good person, no. I understand why Ida has trust issues, because so do I. Every time I meet a new character, I'm like, are you good? Are you gonna be a bad person? What's happening? Am I gonna be duped again? I've been duped before. I've been burned once by this show. Been burned twice. I'll be burned many more times after this. I can guarantee it. I'm kind of worried with Hunter, because I really like Hunter, but I'm afraid, I believe in the end, he'll end up being, like, a good person and helping Luz and the rest of the rebellion, but I feel like he might mess up at least 1 or 2 more times with Bellos, like, hovering over him all the time. It might cause him to make some less than savory decisions. We find out that Ida and Raine were friends. I'm assuming they went to school together, because they looked pretty young in the flashback. Ida still had her orange hair. Raine pretty much looks the same. Okay, so no, it wasn't necessarily more blue, but there wasn't as much gray in it. But they seemed pretty close, so I would assume they've known each other since school. I'm not sure, that's just my assumption. Can someone tell me, is there a significance to the inscription that Ida put on the bard instrument? It's a rain cloud with a winky face. What does that mean? Is that just random, like, graffiti, or, like, what is it? Is it like that thing, like, in elementary school when you'd write that, like, that pointy S, the 3 lines, and then you connect them and it'll make the weird S shape. The Owl House, like, everything has a significance. So now I'm like, what is the significance of that? What could that represent? So, again, Raine is telling Ida that the Emperor is rounding up all the wild witches, and they're just disappearing, and no one's seeing them again. So we can assume they're either being petrified, or killed, or maybe put in the conformatorium, because later on that's where we see where the rest of the bats go. Find out the reason Raine worked their way up through the system to find other people that wanted to rebel against the Emperor, because they realized how unfair the system is, where they're forcing witches into a coven so that the Emperor can gain their extra magic. He has power out of everyone on the Boiling Isles, which is also why he's the most powerful witch, because he's been doing this stuff for years. Marcy, what are you doing? After that, we cut back to Luz and King at the Owl House, and I noticed she no longer has weak nerd arms. She's doing push-ups, she's doing sit-ups. Like, I know she gained some arm strength when she was able to scoop Amity up after the Grudgeby incident, but like, Luz is getting ripped. She should hit up Gwen for advice on how to get ripped like her, because damn. There was something that made me realize this in the show to address it. I think I saw a post, I think it was on Instagram, where it showed the flashback of when all the coven heads had their like medallions and that thing. So when we see the Titan skull and like the eclipse, it's happening in the human realm. Like there are buildings from the human realm. So I'm nervous, especially with the eclipse thing. Like, Johnny sent me something the other day, and I'm like, are you trying to get me to cry? I got too many DMs on Instagram. I can't find it. Oh, this was only 4 days ago. Why did that take me so long to find? Oh, here it is. Eclipses since her new look. And then we see the Titan skull with the human town in the background. It says, tutorial on how to scare the Owl House fan. Say that one of the meanings of solar eclipses is portals, changes, new beginnings. Say that Amity has been being associated with socks and solar eclipses since her new look. Make everyone believe that Amity must be the key to open the portal because of her magical influence. Propose that Bellows will use her as a sacrifice for the Day of Unity. Enjoy the chaos. What did I say?
I was about to go to sleep, and now I'm gonna have fucking nightmares about Amity getting sacrificed for the Day of Unity. Why'd you do this shit to me? I'm literally getting teary-eyed just thinking about it.
Yes, even off camera, I am a gay disaster. And then Johnny says, sacrifice.
Johnny, don't you even be joking about this shit, because I swear to God, if something like that happens, I'm gonna be even less okay than I already am, and it's, oh God, I'm dreading it.
So yeah, again, I'm terrified for the Eclipse episode. I didn't realize the Titan skull being in the human realm until Johnny sent me that post, so the anxiety has entered the chat. Well, it's never really left, but oh boy. So throughout this episode, we see both Raine and Ida blushing at each other. And I get such Luz and Amity vibes. I ship them. Oh, I ship them so hard. Raine just gets Ida. You know what? Oh my god. Raine just gets Ida. They know how to talk to her. They know how she is. They know how to help her, like the things to say. And I love it. I love their dynamic so much. They tease each other. I love it. Okay, continue. And Raine says Ida has stage fright. I don't know if that was a joke or if not, but I can't really see Ida having stage fright. Maybe when she was a kid, but like right now, like she's went up against the Emperor and the Emperor's Coven many a time. So I think she got over that. And this is where Raine notices Ida's magic and how her curse is affecting it. How like the curse withers away what the bard magic animates or like brings to life. I don't really know how you would describe that. Oh, this part made me so sad. Because Luz was in the lead. Luz would have got first place, but King ended up getting sick. And I don't blame King. There's nothing worse than throwing up. I literally have a fear of throwing up. I've not thrown up since 6th grade, and that was when I had food poisoning. I think that's the reason why I'm afraid of throwing up, because before that I didn't have a fear of it. We see, like, Luz is getting better at magic and flying. Like, we went, I also, okay, side note, I got my mom to watch The Owl House with me. We're up to episode 10? We just finished watching Escape of the Palisman, I think it was called, with the Bat Queen and all that. So that episode's fresh in my mind, right? So Luz managed to crash Albert and get him, like, the crack in his head and have to go through all those trials. But we see her going from, like, not being able to simply take off to flying between boulders in this episode at the speed of light, being able to outpass other witches on their staffs. And she also uses, like, her magic to her advantage, where she was able to make that sharp corner because she used the vines from the glyph as, like, almost like a slingshot, where she was able to pull herself and then I don't know how I was supposed to explain that, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say, because I don't get what I'm trying to say. And while this race is happening, Ida gets a call from Raine saying that they got a tip that there's another raid happening soon. Of course, it ends up being a trap set by, what were their fucking names? Aberwolf and Darius. I like that name though, Aberwolf, that's really cool. Darius, I was not taking him as a Darius, but it's whatever. The Aberwolf, when they don't have all those extra tusks and claws, are quite adorable. But when the feral mode kicks in, nah, hard pass, not a fan of that. Don't like the boar tusks, Another thing I like about this episode is Luz and Ida are both using invisibility glyphs. In these episodes, like, the more glyphs they learn, the more often we see them in the future. Like, it isn't just, like, the one time in the episode where we first see it. We keep seeing them throughout the episodes of season 2. I just like that detail, that they keep using invisibility glyphs and they keep finding ways in which it's useful. Also, Darius is a clean freak, which gives me pause because, like, dude, your hair's made out of abomination goo. You literally have muck on top of your head. Why does the mud bother you? You have purple mud on your head, and you turn into purple mud. You literally turn into an abomination when you get angry. Like, what even? That doesn't make sense to me. And then we see the 3 Bat members are sent to the Conforatorium. And I know they're saying her name. I forgot to write it down. I don't know how to spell it. It was some complex name. But the girl that writes fanfiction about food, she's back in the Conforatorium, which I feel so bad because she literally just got out of there a couple months ago. So now we see Darius is refusing to follow the footprints into the woods. I think it's more of the fear of getting dirty. Aberwolf kicks up mud and then climbs all over Darius to get him to chase Aberwolf into the forest, which I found was funny because I like how Aberwolf kind of torments Darius. I don't get good vibes from Darius, but I kind of like Aberwolf. I don't know if it's just because they're adorable. Maybe it's the Beast Coven. It's because it's the Beastkeeping Coven, and I love animals. I don't know. But yeah, not a fan of Darius. Kind of like Aberwolf, though. Darius gets over himself, maybe I'll like him. That's another thing I don't like. I don't like people that are full of themselves. Now, okay, Belos is preparing a special spell for the Day of Unity. Maybe that has to do with activating the portal without the key? Maybe not. I don't know, that's my theory. And Raine is telling Ida, like, listen, if we take 1 or 2 of the Coven heads out, he won't be able to perform that spell. He won't have the magic for it. That's why they're trying to disarm and, like, curse, I guess. The thing with the curse, I don't know what you would consider that. But that's why they tried doing that to Darius and Aberwolf, because without them, the Day of Unity spell can't happen. Then I have Ida's boots kick mud at Darius. Ooh, someone's mad. And this is where I said Darius can turn his whole form into an abomination. Again, terrifying. I don't like the eyes. I don't like how the eyes turn into, like, the soulless green and black. Like, green and black are my favorite colors. Not on him. And then we see Aberwolf has a feral form. Again, terrifying. Boar-like tusks. Not a fan. And then we see Ida and Raine playing together, and it just warms my heart. And this is when we see, like, Ida's curse taking over the magic, and while it's also taking down Aberwolf and Darius, it's also gonna take down Raine and Ida. I believe Raine was willing to sacrifice themselves for the cause. Ida, at the moment, thought she had nothing to really go back to, so she figured she had nothing to lose because she thought King was leaving her and that Luz was going to go home soon. Ida's willing to risk herself, as well as Raine is willing to risk themselves in order to take Amber Wolf and Darius down so that Day of Unity can't happen. And that hit me hard. That hit me real hard. And then Raine sees the photo and they're like, you have kids? And Ida's like, they're not mine, like biologically, but you know, they are technically her kids because Ida raised King from a baby and she's been taking care of Luz for the past however many months. And this quote, they both have real families to return to. That's when the crying started. Because she doesn't consider herself the real family because she's not related to them, and she thinks they're leaving her for the real families, and oh, it hurts. The angst. I hate the angst. Raine poofs away Ida's bard instrument and tells her not to give up on them and says, they need you more than you realize, which ends up being true. Had Ida sacrificed herself, Luz and King would have still gotten 5th place. That wouldn't have changed it. But they wouldn't have had a way to broadcast King's message since they didn't win 1st place. On top of that, if Ida wasn't in the picture, Luz and King would have no one to take care of them. And King is literally changing his last name to Clawthorn to make himself, like, permanently associated with Ida. So yeah, that just messed me up a whole bunch when I realized that. And then Raine lets go of Ida's hand when they're getting captured, and Raine sacrifices themselves, and I'm like, Raine, why? Why is it always gotta be the good characters that sacrifice themselves? Why can't they be selfish? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm glad they let Ida go so that she could return to Luz, but I love Raine so much. I have adopted Raine. Raine is now added onto my list of precious babies that I must protect with my life. As Raine's getting captured, we see that Darius and Amber Wolf are still alive, so while the curse was spreading, it wasn't able to fully consume them, so it doesn't seem to have had any effect on them, unfortunately. And so Ida makes it back to the race, and she sees King and Luz. When the viewer is seeing it for the first time, we're assuming they're racing for 1st place. It's literally, like, on the big screen. They're really, like, competing. Luz and that other kid from Gladys High are really competing against each other. So the viewer is left to believe that that's for 1st place, but then we find out it's 5th place, and Luz won 5th place, but... So then Ida uses Pinstagram to live stream King's message. The fact that her Instagram is Bad Girl Coven, I love, but another thing I love is that Willow and Amity must both follow Ida on Pinstagram because they're watching her live stream. And that just filled me with, such love. I was like, oh my god! I also see Willow with her palisman, and I noticed there was a little, like, dog or cat bed that had the name Clover on it. So I'm assuming she named her palisman Clover, which is a really cute name. One, because, like, bees and plants kind of go hand in hand because, you know, pollination, but also, like, Clover's like a plant name, and... And Willow is in the plant track, so so cute. And then the Blight siblings. This moment also made me cry just because I was so happy. Because we see Amity, Edric, and Emera on the couch watching the live stream together, and they all look so happy. And oh god, the sibling love. Oh, I love the sibling love. And then we cut to King's dad, and he has wings. Is King gonna grow wings? Like, what? He's also got glowing eyes and a beard. Neither of which I was expecting, because I don't think King's eyes have ever glowed. Maybe, and I'm just not remembering it. But King doesn't have wings, and I understand he doesn't have a beard because he's 8. And this is when we find out that King wanted to legally change his name to King Clawthorn. He wasn't leaving the Owl House. He was legally changing his name. So that's a sigh of relief. Thank goodness. And King says, now we're connected for life and there's nothing you can do about it. Which is precious because, like, that means King's never gonna leave her. Or, like, he'll always consider E a family. And, oh, it's so sweet. I'm getting cavities. This is so sweet. Oh. And then Ida cries of happiness. And then Luz starts to cry. Oh, God. I think this was Aberwolf's Instagram name, raised by dire wolves. So that would explain a lot about them. Like, why they run on all fours. And why they do dog-like traits. Like, running on the all fours, sniffing, digging, etc. I also find it amusing how Aberwolf likes to annoy Darius. Darius is literally telling him to shut the video off because it was annoying him, and Aberwolf just clicks up the volume and keeps playing it. I'm like, yes, Aberwolf, I love that for you. And then we see Raine manages to escape Darius's abomination, and he runs into Kikimora. Again, Kikimora being a sneaky little gremlin. Between trying to kill Hunter in the last episode, and now she is capturing Raine and doing God knows what with them. Well, we know that she put Raine to sleep till the day of Unity so that Raine couldn't cause any more trouble. What is up with Kikimora? In season 1, she didn't really have that much of a significance. She just looked like a reject Pokemon, and now she's trying to kill people. She's trying to kill people. Oh god, she's evil. Kikimora. But we also find out that Belos knows about Raine and their betrayal. So that's not good for Raine. Raine is also accepting their fate when they say, like, I guess I can look forward to my own petrification, meaning they wouldn't mind being petrified by Belos, which is crazy because that's essentially death. Like, you're getting turned to stone, and I don't think there's a way to undo that. But yeah, that was a lot. And yeah, Kiki puts Raine to sleep until the day of Unity. End of notes. So yeah, overall, super amazing episode. Every episode in this season has knocked it out of the park. Since I got my mom watching the Owl House, I said, well, we're only on season 1. I said, season 1 got nothing on season 2. Like, you're not ready for season 2. I'm waiting for episode 2 and 5 of season 2. My mom's gonna judge me so hard when I cry like a little bitch. This whole season so far is so good. So much. I love this. This is my favorite show. This is honestly my favorite show. I love it so much. I was not expecting to get this attached to this show. In every episode, I just get more and more attached. And I start crying over more and more characters. I cried over a character we met for the first time in this episode today. What's emotional stability? Can someone explain that to me? Because I've never known it clearly. I was so happy to see Amity. Like, you don't even know. I shouldn't be that happy seeing my little baby, but I was like, oh, she's like safe. Because I was a freaking nervous wreck. Like, I drew a comic last week over theories people were having as to why Amity stayed home, and I was very nervous. Like, Odalia was doing some, like, abusive things towards her. She seems okay, which is good. But I was really nervous for my poor girl. I was like, oh no. Also, I'm adding Luz and Amity to the wall right now. I'm gonna add King eventually too. You can't really see them right now because they're like there. I'm having a hard time with Luz's skin tone because I struggle with skin tones in general, but I've never done like a skin tone quite like that. I don't know how to describe it, but the acrylic paint I use also comes out darker on the wall than it does on the palette I mix it on. So I'm gonna have to keep going over that until I get her skin tone right because it's gonna bug me if I don't. Also, I actually got approved for the YouTube partner program, so I actually make money off YouTube now. It's not much, but hey, it's something. So I'm really excited about that. It'll probably motivate me to make more videos. I don't know. I'm not gonna say for sure that it will because motivation is a very like iffy thing for me. Yeah, that's all the business. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Did you guys notice anything that I missed? What do you guys think of Raine? Do you love them as much as I do? Like, I love them so much. Thank you as always for your kind messages, your support, your kind comments, your overall love. I love each and every one of you guys. You guys are the best. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.